Goodbye swelling. 8. Collagen-rich foods. You must eat for your legs and painful joints. Puffy legs. Slow steps. These 8 collagen-rich foods rebuild what age breaks down. They're not just supplements, they're real food medicine. The final one, it's the most powerful, yet most ignored. Stay to the end, your legs will feel the shift. Life's resilient framework. Within the intricate, divinely designed marvel that is our human body, a vast and complex network of bones, joints, muscles, and myriad connective tissues forms the very framework that supports our physical existence, enables our interaction with the world, and allows us the grace of movement. At the very heart of this structural integrity lies a remarkable, ubiquitous, and profoundly essential protein known as collagen. It is the body's most abundant protein, acting as the primary building block, the literal glue that provides strength, structure, elasticity, and resilience not only to our skin, giving it youthful firmness, but also, and crucially for our present focus, to our hard-working tendons, which anchor muscle to bone, our vital ligaments, which bind bone to bone, ensuring joint stability, our precious cartilage, the smooth, protective, shock-absorbing tissue that lines the ends of our bones within joints, facilitating frictionless motion, and even the very walls of our intricate network of blood vessels, contributing to their strength and tone. This resilient framework of collagen is what allows us to bend, to stretch, to walk, to reach, to engage with life's activities with comfort and confidence. However, as we gracefully navigate the accumulating seasons of our lives, particularly as we cross the significant threshold into our cherished elder years, it is an entirely natural, inherent physiological process that our body's innate endogenous production of this vital collagen gradually, gently, yet often perceptibly begins to decline. The diligent, specialized cells within our connective tissues, known as fibroblasts, which are the primary artisans responsible for meticulously synthesizing and consistently maintaining our collagen matrix, may become somewhat less active, their rate of collagen production naturally slowing with age. Concurrently, the existing mature collagen fibers that form our tissue scaffold may, through decades of wear and tear, cumulative exposure to oxidative stress, damage from unstable free radical molecules, chronic low-grade inflammation, and natural enzymatic processes undergo subtle yet significant changes. They may become more extensively cross-linked, a process which can, unfortunately, reduce their inherent flexibility and make them more brittle. They may also become subject to increased rates of degradation, effectively meaning that the natural balance between collagen breakdown and collagen synthesis can gradually, unfavorably shift towards a net loss over time. This gentle, age-associated yielding in the quality, quantity, and resilience of our foundational collagen framework can then begin to manifest symptomatically in a variety of ways, often becoming most noticeable and bothersome in our major weight-bearing joints, specifically the knees, the hips, and the ankles, as well as within the complex, hard-working tissues of our legs. The smooth, protective articular cartilage, that precious, specialized living cushion within our joints, may unfortunately start to gradually thin, perhaps become somewhat rougher on its surface, or even wear away unevenly, leading to increased friction between bones. This gradual deterioration can then directly lead to a constellation of unwelcome symptoms, such as discernible joint stiffness, often most pronounced upon waking in the morning or after prolonged periods of sitting or inactivity, persistent, nagging discomfort, or a deep, dull aching within the joints, a noticeable reduction in the overall comfortable range of motion, and a general, often frustrating, decline in our capacity for easy, fluid, pain-free mobility. Our vital ligaments and force-transmitting tendons may also progressively lose some of their inherent tensile strength, their natural elasticity, and their capacity for rapid, efficient repair following minor strains or stresses, thereby potentially making them more susceptible to injury with less provocation than in our younger, more resilient years. While this natural age-related modulation of our collagen status is an expected part of life's journey, its impact can be significantly and often detrimentally amplified by various lifestyle factors. Consistent dietary deficiencies of key collagen-building nutrients, or the presence of underlying energetic imbalances or chronic inflammatory conditions that actively, aggressively promote collagen breakdown or substantially impede its effective, efficient synthesis. Such compounding factors can unfortunately lead to far more pronounced, debilitating, and life-limiting symptoms, including persistent, uncomfortable, and often unsightly swelling in the legs and joints, a pervasive, draining feeling of heaviness and lethargy in the limbs, chronic, deep-seated aching or sharp, debilitating pain that significantly diminishes one's quality of life, and a tangible, often deeply frustrating loss of precious personal freedom and ease in performing even simple everyday movements. The profound ancient wisdom traditions, particularly those of the East, with their deep intuitive understanding of holistic, whole-body nourishment and their unwavering reverence for the body's magnificent inherent capacity for self-repair, self-regulation, and profound regeneration, clearly, consistently, and unequivocally recognize that by consciously, mindfully, and consistently providing our magnificent bodies with the specific, essential building blocks, the crucial enzymatic cofactors, and all the necessary supportive synergistic nutrients through our carefully considered daily dietary choices, we can powerfully, significantly, and sustainably support, preserve, and even gently, lovingly encourage the ongoing, vital renewal of this most precious, absolutely foundational collagen matrix. This holistic nutritional approach can thereby effectively, demonstrably mitigate many of the more challenging, uncomfortable, life-limiting, and spirit-dampening aspects that are so frequently, unfortunately, associated with its natural age-related decline. The primary, sacred focus of such an enlightened nutritional strategy is emphatically not on some futile, unrealistic attempt to somehow reverse the inexorable, irreversible arrow of chronological time, nor is it about desperately, vainly chasing an elusive, mythical fountain of eternal youth. Rather, it is about deeply, consistently, profoundly, and lovingly nourishing our sacred physical temple from within, so intelligently, so completely, that it can effectively, resiliently maintain its essential, God-given structural integrity, its remarkable, inherent functional grace, and its innate, vibrant resilience with enduring, unwavering comfort and sustained, joyful vitality. This conscious nourishment allows us to continue to move through all the precious, unfolding chapters of our unique human lives with a tangible, palpable sense of inherent lightness, profound, cherished freedom, and liberated, graceful, purposeful well-being, fully engaged with the beauty and wonder of existence. Broth comforts deeply. Among the most venerable, time-honored, and universally cherished of deeply nourishing traditional food as medicine practices, one that speaks with profound, direct eloquence to our body's innate, fundamental, and ongoing need for consistently rebuilding, diligently supporting, and lovingly maintaining our foundational collagen structures and overall joint health, is the ancient, patient, slow, and gentle art of simmering high-quality animal bones, often including their associated cartilage, marrow, and connective tissues, to create a remarkably rich, wonderfully savory, easily digestible, and deeply, holistically restorative liquid elixir, known to countless cultures across millennia simply and lovingly as bone broth. This humble, unassuming, yet truly extraordinarily potent culinary preparation, sincerely cherished and highly valued throughout human history, not only as a deeply comforting, readily assimilated source of essential nourishment, but also as a veritable, multifaceted panacea for a wide array of common ailments, and as a fundamental, revered cornerstone of robust, resilient physical health, exceptional immune function, and enduring vibrant longevity, uniquely, generously offers our bodies a highly bioavailable, readily usable, and naturally occurring source of collagen itself. In addition to providing this precious, easily absorbed collagen, which, upon cooling, elegantly transforms into beneficial gut-healing gelatin, well-made bone broth also provides a magnificent, wonderfully synergistic wealth of complementary, crucial cofactor nutrients. These include a rich array of essential and conditionally essential amino acids, vital minerals, and joint-specific compounds like glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate, all of which are absolutely essential for promoting optimal joint integrity and lubrication, facilitating efficient, effective tissue repair and regeneration, actively supporting and maintaining healthy, robust gut function, which is increasingly understood to be absolutely crucial for minimizing systemic inflammation throughout the entire body, and directly, powerfully helping to reduce and resolve the kind of pervasive internal pathogenic dampness, persistent coldness, or chronic smoldering inflammation that can so often, so significantly, and so negatively contribute to the unwelcome, uncomfortable, and often debilitating development of persistent swelling in the legs, ankles, feet, and joints. From a traditional, holistic, energetic perspective, authentic, properly prepared bone broth, particularly when it is meticulously, lovingly crafted from the bones and connective tissues of respectfully, ethically raised, healthy, pasture-fed animals, is generally considered to be profoundly warming in its intrinsic thermal nature, deeply, specifically nourishing to the vital kidney energetic system, which, in the comprehensive framework of traditional Chinese medicine, is understood to govern the fundamental health, inherent strength, and ongoing integrity of our bones, our precious marrow, our hard-working joints, and our foundational constitutional Jing essence, our very life force, and significantly, beneficially strengthening to the crucial spleen energetic system, which, in TCM, governs our muscles and flesh, presides with diligence over all digestive and assimilative processes, and is fundamentally responsible for the healthy, efficient transformation and harmonious transportation of vital nourishment throughout our entire magnificent being. This profound, multifaceted, and deeply nourishing energetic action of bone broth effectively, powerfully helps to replenish any depleted foundational Jing essence, our energetic reserves, gently yet significantly build our vital Qi, our active functional life force energy, and substantially enrich both the quality and the quantity of our precious, life-sustaining blood. These combined effects thereby comprehensively, holistically fortify the very energetic and essential material foundations upon which our entire structural health, our innate resilience against illness, and our overall functional integrity are meticulously, intrinsically, and magnificently built. The characteristically long, slow, patient, and gentle cooking process that is absolutely essential for creating authentic, high-quality bone broth, often involving a continuous, gentle simmering for extended periods that can easily range from 12 to 24 hours, or even considerably longer for larger, denser bones, allows for the thorough, gradual, yet highly effective extraction not only of invaluable restorative collagen, which, as mentioned, upon cooling and gelling, transforms into wonderfully beneficial, easily digestible gelatin, a substance particularly well known and highly prized for its remarkable gut healing, soothing, and protective properties, but also, critically, a rich, diverse, and highly bioavailable array of crucial tissue-building amino acids. These prominently include, most notably, significant therapeutic quantities of glycine, essential for detoxification, anti-inflammatory pathways, and collagen synthesis, proline, a key structural component of collagen itself, and hydroxyproline, another vital collagen building block. These specific amino acids are, in fact, the very same primary, essential molecular building blocks that our own magnificent bodies absolutely, unequivocally require, day in and day out, to efficiently, effectively synthesize new, healthy, resilient collagen molecules, and to meticulously, diligently repair any existing, damaged, or weakened connective tissue structures throughout our entire physical form. This remarkable, life-sustaining broth also, through its long, slow simmering process, patiently, effectively leaches out a wealth of vital, easily assimilable, and highly beneficial minerals directly from the bones, cartilage, and marrow themselves. These essential minerals include, most notably, significant amounts of calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium, sodium, sulfur, silicon, and various important trace minerals, all of which are absolutely vital for maintaining optimal healthy bone density, for ensuring robust, pain-free joint health and function, for supporting healthy nerve transmission and muscle contraction, and for facilitating countless, indispensable enzymatic processes occurring continuously throughout our entire body. Furthermore, authentic, traditionally prepared bone broth is often, quite naturally, a rich inherent source of important joint-specific compounds such as glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate. These complex, naturally occurring molecules are fundamental structural components of healthy, resilient articular cartilage and other crucial connective tissues within our bodies. These particular substances have been widely, extensively recognized, and indeed significantly researched in modern science for their demonstrated significant ability to effectively support essential joint cushioning and lubrication, to demonstrably, often remarkably, reduce nagging, persistent joint pain and uncomfortable stiffness, and potentially to beneficially actively combat and slow down the progressive, often debilitating, degenerative processes associated with common age-related conditions such as osteoarthritis. For our cherished, wise seniors who may unfortunately be experiencing persistent, uncomfortable, and life-limiting swelling in their well-loved legs, their hard-working ankles, or their precious joints, a condition which, as we have discussed, is often a clear, visible, and tangible external sign of underlying pervasive chronic inflammation, subtly yet significantly compromised peripheral circulation, discernibly weakened connective tissue integrity, or an unwelcome burdensome accumulation of internal pathogenic dampness or coldness. The regular, mindful, and appreciative consumption of warm, deeply nourishing, easily digestible bone broth offers a truly multifaceted, profoundly comforting, readily accessible, and holistically beneficial healing embrace. The significant, valuable gelatin content that it so generously provides is, as previously emphasized, profoundly soothing, deeply healing, and remarkably protective to the delicate, critically important mucosal lining of the entire gastrointestinal tract, from mouth to anus. A consistently healthy, strong, intact, and fully functional gut lining, often referred to as gut integrity, is absolutely crucial, indeed foundational, for achieving and maintaining optimal overall well-being and systemic health. This is because chronic, unresolved gut inflammation, a condition often referred to in holistic health circles as leaky gut syndrome or increased intestinal permeability, can unfortunately insidiously trigger, perpetuate, or significantly exacerbate persistent, problematic, low-grade systemic inflammation that can then detrimentally affect every tissue and organ system throughout the entire body. This pervasive systemic inflammation, in turn, directly worsens existing joint pain, significantly accelerates the degradation of precious connective tissues, and directly, negatively contributes to problematic fluid retention and unwelcome peripheral swelling. By actively, effectively healing, gently soothing, and efficiently sealing the delicate gut lining, wholesome, traditionally prepared bone broth significantly helps to substantially, noticeably reduce this pervasive, underlying systemic inflammatory burden, thereby promoting a state of greater internal calm and physiological balance. The abundant, readily bioavailable amino acid glycine, found in such generous therapeutic quantities in well-made bone broth, also possesses its own potent, well-documented, and significant direct anti-inflammatory properties. and it also plays a vital, active, and indispensable role in supporting the body's complex natural detoxification pathways, particularly those sophisticated processes operating within our crucial, hard-working liver. The readily, easily absorbed forms of natural collagen, beneficial gelatin, and the wide array of essential minerals provided by this ancient elixir directly, powerfully, and consistently support the body's ongoing, diligent efforts towards the essential repair, the necessary rebuilding, and the crucial ongoing maintenance of any existing, damaged, weakened, or degenerating cartilage and other absolutely crucial connective tissues, both within the affected joints themselves and throughout the entire complex, supportive surrounding structures of the legs, ankles, and feet. The inherent, comforting, penetrating warmth of the nourishing broth itself, especially when it is mindfully, gratefully consumed, significantly helps to noticeably improve often sluggish peripheral circulation, gently yet effectively dispel any lingering, burdensome internal pathogenic coldness or accumulated problematic pathogenic dampness, those insidious energetic factors which in the diagnostic framework of TCM are so frequently strongly implicated as significant contributors to the development of chronic fluid retention, persistent, uncomfortable stiffness, and pervasive, deep-seated aching, and generally powerfully promotes a much greater, more palpable sense of internal physiological ease, harmonious balance, and unimpeded, vital energetic flow throughout the entire organism. Mindfully, lovingly, and consistently incorporating wholesome, preferably homemade, if at all possible, to ensure optimal control over ingredient quality, sourcing, and preparation methods. Bone broth into one's daily or at least regular weekly dietary rhythm, perhaps enjoyed as a comforting, deeply warming, and easily digestible morning beverage to gently awaken and nourish the digestive system at the start of the day. Utilized as a wonderfully savory, richly flavorful, and exceptionally nourishing base for preparing a wide variety of wholesome soups, hearty stews, flavorful sauces, or even for cooking grains like rice or quinoa to infuse them with extra nutrients. Or perhaps simply, gratefully sipped slowly, mindfully, and appreciatively on its own, like a healing tea, throughout the course of the day, especially during cooler weather or when feeling a need for deep grounding comfort and restoration, is truly a profound, time-honored, and deeply sacred act of conscious, loving self-nurturing and holistic self-care. It is a clear, conscious, and loving way of generously, wisely offering our magnificent sacred physical temple the very pristine, essential, life-sustaining materials that it so desperately, intrinsically needs to meticulously, effectively repair its vital foundational structures, to efficiently, significantly reduce uncomfortable, burdensome swelling, to gently yet powerfully soothe pervasive, damaging inflammation, and thereby to gradually, joyfully, and sustainably restore a cherished, deeply valued, palpable sense of supple, resilient, entirely comfortable, and wonderfully pain-free movement. It is in its most beautiful, timeless, and profound expression, truly ancient ancestral wisdom, passed down through countless generations, tenderly, lovingly, and generously offered to us in a simple, humble, yet extraordinarily potent bowl, providing a deeply comforting, remarkably powerful, and truly holistically healing embrace for our precious, aging, well-loved legs, and all our hard-working, deserving joints, allowing us to continue to move through life with grace, ease, and joyful vitality. Oily fish soothe. The vast, mysterious, deep, and often cold waters of our planet's magnificent, life-sustaining oceans generously, abundantly gift us with another truly remarkable, exceptionally potent, and entirely natural ally in our ongoing, lifelong sacred quest to effectively, sustainably support and diligently maintain optimal, resilient collagen integrity, to significantly, systemically, and profoundly reduce chronic, damaging, and often debilitating inflammation, and to gently, yet powerfully, meaningfully alleviate the persistent, burdensome discomfort, the pervasive, draining heaviness, and the significant, often frustrating functional limitations that are so frequently, unfortunately, associated with the unwelcome, life-impacting presence of persistent swelling in our well-loved legs, our hard-working ankles, and our precious, often overworked joints. This invaluable, precious gift from the sea comes in the form of the rich, beneficial oil derived from certain types of fatty, cold-water fish, most notably, and with particular emphasis on sustainably sourced, wild-caught varieties such as nutrient-dense salmon, especially sockeye or king salmon, deeply flavorful mackerel, small yet mighty sardines, humble yet powerful herring, and tiny, oil-rich anchovies. These richly hued, wonderfully flavorful, and nutritionally magnificent fish are, in fact, a veritable, almost unparalleled natural powerhouse, an extraordinary natural source of specific, highly beneficial, long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acids, universally known and celebrated as omega-3s. Within this vital family of omega-3s, two specific members, namely eicosapentaenoic acid, commonly referred to as EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, universally known as DHA, stand out for their remarkable, extensively researched, and profoundly significant health-promoting properties. These truly essential fatty acids, which are magnificent human bodies, despite their incredible adaptability, unfortunately cannot synthesize on their own in physiologically significant amounts, and must therefore diligently, consistently obtain through our regular dietary choices, or if necessary, through high-quality, purified supplementation, work in beautiful, intricate synergy and with profound, multifaceted efficacy throughout our entire complex biological system. They work to diligently help fortify our delicate, essential connective tissues, including collagen, to effectively, systemically calm pervasive, underlying chronic inflammation, a root cause of so much disease, and to actively, consciously promote the kind of wonderfully supple, resilient, fluid strength that gracefully allows for entirely comfortable, completely unimpeded, and truly joyful physical movement. This is especially poignantly pertinent and deeply valuable for our cherished, wise, and deserving seniors who so greatly, understandably value their precious mobility, their hard-won independence, and their capacity to continue engaging fully and vibrantly with life. Energetically, from a traditional, holistic healing perspective that considers the subtle thermal and flavorful properties of foods, many of these oily, nutrient-rich cold water fish, along with the precious oils derived from them, are often considered to be generally neutral to perhaps slightly warming in their intrinsic thermal nature once ingested and metabolized, despite their often chilly aquatic origins. It is interesting to note that the concentrated oils themselves often impart a warming, stimulating, and invigorating energetic quality to the system. They typically possess a naturally sweet, savory taste profile, which, within the diagnostic framework of traditional energetic systems, such as traditional Chinese medicine, consistently indicates their inherently nourishing, deeply qi-tonifying, life force enhancing, and vital substance building, blood and yin replenishing properties. These remarkable fish and the potent healing oils they so generously provide are particularly exceptionally highly valued and deeply esteemed in many diverse ancient healing traditions across the globe for their truly remarkable, almost unparalleled ability to substantially, meaningfully enrich the body's vital, life-sustaining blood, which nourishes, moistens, and energizes all tissues, and to deeply, profoundly nourish and replenish its essential, cooling, grounding yin, the fundamental feminine, receptive, material aspect of our energy that balances the fiery, active yang. An abundant, healthy supply of both vital blood and essential yin is absolutely crucial, indeed indispensable, for effectively, thoroughly lubricating our hard-working, often stressed joints, for consistently maintaining the inherent, pliable health and structural resilience of all our diverse, crucial connective tissues, which unfortunately can often tend to become noticeably more dry, uncomfortably stiff, less elastic, and more brittle with the natural progression of advancing age or due to the insidious development of an underlying chronic yin deficiency pattern, and for diligently, consistently ensuring adequate, healthy hydration and optimal suppleness throughout the entirety of our complex musculoskeletal system. This profound, dedicated nourishing of our body's essential yin also serves quite beautifully and effectively as a powerful, natural, intrinsic counterbalance to any underlying problematic deficient heat patterns, a type of heat arising from yin deficiency, often leading to restlessness, night sweats, and low-grade inflammation, or to any chronic smoldering systemic inflammation that might unfortunately be insidiously contributing to progressive joint degradation, problematic fluid imbalance, or persistent, uncomfortable swelling. The most widely celebrated, scientifically validated, and universally recognized nutritional treasure that is so uniquely, abundantly held within the very substance of these remarkable fatty fish is, without any doubt, their exceptionally high, uniquely concentrated, and wonderfully bioavailable abundance of those precious, long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These truly essential, powerfully life-sustaining fats are justifiably globally renowned for their extraordinarily potent, remarkably multifaceted, profoundly significant, and extensively researched anti-inflammatory effects. These beneficial effects are not merely localized, but are exerted systemically, comprehensively, throughout every single system, organ, tissue, and cell of our magnificent human body. Chronic, unresolved, often low-grade systemic inflammation, as we are increasingly, alarmingly, coming to understand in modern medical science, is now clearly recognized as a primary, fundamental, insidious driver of the vast majority of chronic joint pain. A major, undeniable factor in the progressive, often debilitating degradation of our precious, irreplaceable articular cartilage, leading to conditions like osteoarthritis, and a significant direct contributor to the unwelcome, uncomfortable, and often life-limiting swelling that so frequently, unfortunately, accompanies common conditions such as osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, an autoimmune inflammatory condition, gout, an inflammatory arthritis caused by uric acid crystal deposition, and various other inflammatory arthropathies that can particularly affect seniors. The brilliant omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, work diligently, intelligently, and effectively at a very deep fundamental cellular and biochemical level to actively, powerfully, and significantly downregulate, reduce the production and activity of the body's excessive, problematic generation of various potent pro-inflammatory signaling molecules. These include certain types of prostaglandins, hormone-like substances involved in pain and inflammation, leukotrienes, inflammatory mediators derived from arachidonic acid, and various inflammatory cytokines, small proteins that signal and promote inflammation, such as TNF-alpha, IL-1, and IL-6. Concurrently, and just as importantly, these remarkable omega-3s actively, beneficially promote and enhance the body's natural endogenous synthesis of a newly discovered, fascinating class of specialized pro-resolving mediators, often abbreviated as SPMs. These SPMs include powerful, naturally occurring compounds such as resolvins, protectants, and maresins, substances that, as their names suggest, actively, effectively help to safely and completely resolve existing inflammation rather than just suppressing it, actively promote efficient tissue healing and profound cellular repair, and ultimately restore healthy tissue homeostasis. By significantly, systemically, and comprehensively reducing this often pervasive underlying detrimental inflammatory cascade, the precious omega-3 fatty acids, so generously derived from high-quality fish, and their purified oils can directly, tangibly, and often remarkably alleviate nagging, persistent joint pain, noticeably, often dramatically, reduce uncomfortable, limiting morning stiffness, a common complaint in many arthritic conditions, substantially, visibly diminish unwelcome, unsightly peripheral swelling in the legs, ankles, and affected joints, and significantly, measurably improve overall physical function, mobility, and quality of life. Beyond their extraordinary, unparalleled anti-inflammatory prowess, these vital, indispensable omega-3 fatty acids are also absolutely integral, essential structural components of all our myriad cell membranes throughout our entire body. They significantly beneficially contribute to ensuring the necessary fluidity, optimal flexibility, healthy responsiveness, and overall proper efficient function of these crucial cellular boundaries. This is critically, fundamentally important for the optimal, healthy functioning of all the diverse specialized cells that meticulously make up our intricate, hard-working connective tissues, including, most notably, the diligent essential fibroblasts, those cellular artisans which tirelessly, ceaselessly produce our vital structural collagen, and the specialized, cartilage-maintaining chondrocytes which diligently synthesize and maintain the complex hydrated matrix of our precious, irreplaceable articular cartilage. Furthermore, high-quality, responsibly sourced fish oil, particularly from fish like cod, as in traditional cod liver oil, though modern purified fish oils are also excellent, can also serve as a good, natural source of essential vitamin D. Vitamin D, as we know, is absolutely crucial for facilitating proper calcium absorption and utilization, thereby directly supporting robust, healthy bone density, and strong, healthy bones provide the essential, stable, supportive framework upon which all our healthy, functional joints ultimately depend for optimal function and biomechanical load distribution. Fish oils may also contain smaller, yet still beneficial amounts of essential vitamin A. The combined, potent, deeply synergistic force of fish oil's remarkable omega-3 fatty acids, both EPA and DHA in beneficial ratios, sometimes naturally, wonderfully complemented by these essential fat-soluble vitamins, A and D, makes it a truly formidable, entirely natural food-based medicine for actively, consciously, and effectively fostering wonderfully supple, remarkably resilient, and functionally pain-free strength in our aging, precious joints and well-loved limbs. Consistent, mindful, and regular consumption of appropriately chosen fatty fish, ideally aiming for 2 to 3 modest servings per week, always with a strong, discerning preference for sustainably sourced, wild-caught varieties whenever possible, in order to thoughtfully minimize potential unwelcome exposure to environmental contaminants such as heavy metals like mercury or various persistent organic pollutants, POPs, and concurrently to maximize the inherent superior nutrient density of these wild fish compared to many farmed varieties. Or alternatively, the judicious, well-informed use of high-quality, molecularly distilled, third-party tested, purified fish oil supplements, always, of course, undertaken after careful, thorough consultation with a knowledgeable, trusted healthcare provider, especially if an individual is currently taking any blood-thinning medications, such as warfarin or aspirin, as fish oil, due to its effects on platelet aggregation, can possess a mild, though usually clinically insignificant in modest doses, anticoagulant or blood-thinning effect, can reliably, consistently provide our bodies with a continuous therapeutic, life-enhancing stream of these vital, essential, health-promoting omega-3 fatty acids and their associated beneficial nutrients. This dedicated, conscious dietary strategy effectively, profoundly helps to gently yet powerfully calm pervasive internal inflammation throughout the entire system, diligently rebuild, nourish, and protect our delicate, essential tissues, including collagen and cartilage, consistently, actively support the inherent structural integrity and resilience of our existing, mature collagen structures, and thereby significantly, noticeably reduce unwelcome, burdensome peripheral swelling, effectively alleviate persistent, nagging discomfort and pain, and gradually, progressively restore more comfortable, wonderfully fluid, and truly joyful physical movement for our cherished, deserving seniors. This empowers them to continue to fully, vibrantly, and meaningfully engage with all the precious moments and diverse activities of life, filled with renewed energy, comfort, and grace.